Located in northern Europe, on the Scandinavian peninsula, Sweden is one of the most peaceful and livable countries on the planet. This country has a special position when bordering Norway to the west and Finland to the east, and facing the Baltic Sea to the south and southeast, creating an extremely diverse trade network and natural landscape. With an area of about 449,000 km², Sweden is the fifth largest country in Europe, but the population is only about 10.4 million people, making the population density among the lowest in the old continent. This contributes to creating a fresh, peaceful living space and a balance between people and nature. Sweden is famous as the Kingdom of Lakes and Forests, when more than 2/3 of the territory is covered by vast green forests, interspersed with more than 100,000 clear lakes and 24,000 large and small islands. It is this harmonious combination that makes Sweden a dream destination for those who love the pure beauty of northern European nature, where winters are pure white snow and summers are bright with the midnight sun. The capital, Stockholm, the shining gem of Sweden, is known as the City on the Sea, as it is built on 14 islands connected by dozens of bridges. This city is the political, cultural, and economic center of the country, and is also a convergence of the classic features of European architecture with the modernity of an advanced technology center. The winding cobblestone streets, sunny harbors, and ancient architectural works make Stockholm one of the most beautiful capitals in the world. From the majestic natural landscape, the typical climate of the Arctic region, to the lifestyle in harmony with the environment, Sweden is not only a country, but also a symbol of the balance between people and nature, where beauty and peace seem to never sleep. Sweden is known as the land of natural wonders, where people live in harmony with forests, lakes, snow, and the northern lights. Thanks to its geographical location close to the Arctic Circle, the climate here is characterized by a cold temperate zone, with a clear distinction between two main seasons, icy winters and bright summers. It is this contrast that has created one of the most unique and charming natural environments in the world. In northern Sweden, the phenomenon of the midnight sun is one of the wonders that visitors cannot forget. From mid-May to mid-July, the sun almost never sets for 56 consecutive days, covering the land in soft golden light all day and night. People here can go for walks, fish, or hold outdoor festivals even at midnight, and the sky is still as bright as day. In contrast, in winter, they experience long months with almost no sunlight. When darkness covers the whole day, snow covers all the paths, and the air is immersed in absolute silence. In some areas of the far north, snow still falls until April, even though the calendar has turned to spring. Although harsh, this climate gives Sweden some of the most majestic and pure natural beauty in the world. The vast forests stretch endlessly, reflecting in hundreds of thousands of calm blue lakes, waterfalls splashing white foam in the mountains, or the endless white snowscape makes Sweden seem like it came out of a winter fairy tale. Especially on clear nights, people can admire the phenomenon of aurora borealis, a shimmering purple-blue strip of light dancing in the Arctic sky, considered one of the most spectacular natural spectacles on the planet. With a harsh but vibrant climate, along with pure and majestic nature, Sweden has become a living testament to the amazing adaptability of the Northern European people, where the cold does not numb, but instead ignites creativity, resilience, and a strong love for the land and sky. Sweden is considered an ideal model of a modern social welfare economy, where material wealth goes hand in hand with quality of life and social equality. Despite its small area and population of only 10.4 million people, Sweden is among the countries with the highest GDP per capita in Europe, with a stable, innovative, and sustainable development-oriented economy. A member of the European Union, EU, since 1995, Sweden has retained its own currency, krona, SEK, instead of switching to euro. This decision is not only economic, but also a symbol of national identity and financial autonomy. Maintaining the krona helps the country to be more flexible in monetary policy, especially during times of global economic crisis, while strengthening the pride of Swedish independence. The most special feature of Sweden's development model is its high tax policy, combined with comprehensive social welfare. More than 4% of the national budget comes from taxes, and the VAT rate of 25% is among the highest in the world. However, surprisingly, people do not complain. On the contrary, they are proud and trust the system. In Swedish, tax is called skatt, meaning treasure, because they understand that tax money is a common resource to maintain a fair, civilized, and happy society. Thanks to this tax system, Sweden can provide free education from primary to university, high-quality universal healthcare, and a policy of up to 480 days of paid parental leave. All people, rich or poor, enjoy a good standard of living, a clean environment, convenient transportation, and efficient public services. In terms of politics, Sweden is a constitutional monarchy, with one of the most stable and transparent democracies in the world. The government operates on the principles of openness, integrity, and absolute trust from the people. Thanks to that, Sweden is always in the top 10 happiest and most livable countries on the planet, proving that high taxes do not make people poorer, but make society richer. Sweden's social welfare and education system has long been considered a model of fairness and humanity in modern society. This Nordic country is famous not only for its strong economy, but also for the way it ensures that every citizen, from birth to old age, lives in the best conditions, is educated, cared for, and fully developed. One of Sweden's most amazing welfare policies is the 480-day paid parental leave, divided equally between fathers and mothers, of which 90 days are mandatory for fathers to encourage men to share the responsibility of childcare, creating true gender equality in the family and society. Thanks to this policy, the image of fathers pushing strollers on the streets of Stockholm has become a familiar symbol of this civilized Nordic country. In addition, the average life expectancy of Swedes is also among the highest in the world. Men reach 80.6 years, women 84.3 years. This result reflects the effectiveness of the free and quality public health system, combined with a clean living environment, a healthy diet, and a balanced lifestyle. Swedes value sports, nature, and mental health, thanks to which the quality of life is always maintained at a high level. In the field of education, Sweden is one of the countries with the highest literacy rates in Europe. About 40% of women and 30% of men aged 25-64 attend university or postgraduate programs. Education here is completely free, even for international students in the EU. In particular, Swedish universities focus on critical thinking, creativity, and equality instead of just memorization and stressful exams. That is what has helped Sweden become the cradle of the world's leading scientists, engineers, and inventors. Not only do Swedish citizens live well in their own country, they also have freedom to travel almost globally. The Swedish passport is among the most powerful in the world, allowing the holder to travel visa-free to more than 120 countries and receive visas on arrival in more than 30 other countries. This is a testament to the prestige, trust, and soft power that Sweden has built over many generations. A small country, but has global influence thanks to its welfare, knowledge, and humanity. Sweden, the small but creative Nordic country, has long been considered the cradle of world-changing inventions. Despite having a population of only about 10 million, this country has the highest patent rate in Europe per capita, a testament to the spirit of research, creativity, and continuous improvement that is ingrained in Swedish culture. Sweden's greatest pride is Alfred Nobel, the famous chemist, engineer, and businessman who invented dynamite and used his entire fortune to found the Nobel Prize. First awarded in 1901, the Nobel Prize today is the ultimate symbol of global intelligence, humanity, and science. Each year, Sweden honors individuals and organizations that have made great contributions to humanity in fields such as medicine, physics, chemistry, economics, and literature. However, Sweden's creativity does not stop at prestigious awards. Many useful inventions in daily life also came from this country. For example, Volvo created the three-point seatbelt, an invention that saved millions of lives around the world. Instead of keeping the copyright exclusive, Volvo opened up the patent for free, allowing other car manufacturers to use it, demonstrating the humanitarian spirit and global responsibility typical of the Swedish people. In addition, Sweden is also the birthplace of the pacemaker, which helps sustain the lives of millions of cardiovascular patients. The ultrasound machine, an indispensable tool in modern medicine, the refrigerator, a familiar item in every family, and the ship propeller, an invention that helped the maritime industry develop strongly. Even the contributions in the field of astronomy are very significant, with the Swedish telescope being considered one of the most advanced space observation tools in the world. What makes Sweden different is not only the number of inventions, but also the innovative thinking associated with ethics and community benefits. Swedes believe that science is not just for profit, but a tool to serve humanity, improve the quality of life, and protect the planet. It is this spirit that has made Sweden one of the world's leading centers of creativity and innovation, where every invention carries with it responsibility, intelligence, and compassion. Swedish culture is a harmonious combination of discipline, community spirit, and sustainable lifestyle, creating an admirable society around the world. Swedes are known to be punctual, thoughtful, and extremely respectful of rules. Here, being late even by 5 minutes is considered disrespectful to others. They meticulously plan everything, from work schedules, dating, to vacations, clearly demonstrating a high level of organization and responsibility. One of the things that surprises visitors most when coming to Sweden is that the tap water can be drunk directly. Thanks to an advanced treatment system and a strictly protected environment, water in Sweden is among the cleanest in the world, reflecting the people's awareness of preserving nature and public health. Thanks to this spirit, Sweden has become a global champion of recycling. 99% of waste is treated or reused, and they even import waste from other countries to serve the modern renewable energy system, a great testament to the sustainable circular economy. Not only outstanding in terms of environment, Sweden is also the cradle of many global brands, from IKEA, a symbol of minimalist and convenient lifestyle, to Volvo, representing safety and quality in the automotive industry. Besides, there are big names such as Ericsson in telecommunications technology, Electrolux in home appliances, or H&M, a popular fashion brand around the world. These brands not only have economic value, but also demonstrate the creative and practical philosophy typical of the Swedish people. In daily life, Swedes value the balance between work and rest, partly expressed through the concept of lagom, meaning just enough, living moderately, not excessively. In addition, they also love sweets, especially candy and chocolate, with an average consumption of up to 1.1 kilo per person per week, a small habit, but reflecting the simple joy and happy lifestyle of this Nordic country. In general, Swedish culture and society are a typical example of a modern, humane, and sustainable civilization, where people, technology, and nature develop in harmony. The relationship between Sweden and Vietnam is one of the most special and enduring relationships between Vietnam and Western countries. In 1969, while Vietnam's resistance war against the US was raging, Sweden became the first Western country to establish official diplomatic relations with the Democratic Republic of Vietnam. This decision demonstrated the humanitarian, independent, and progressive spirit of the Swedish people, because at that time, most Western countries still kept their distance from Vietnam for political reasons. Since then, Sweden has become one of the largest and most reliable donors to Vietnam for many decades. The total value of non-refundable aid has reached more than 3.5 billion USD, focusing on key areas such as health, education, poverty reduction, sustainable economic development, and public administration. These programs not only have material significance, but also contribute to conveying humanistic values, democracy, and social equality, which are characteristics of the Swedish welfare model. Some symbolic works of Vietnam, Sweden friendship still exist and operate effectively to this day. The most typical is the National Children's Hospital, originally called the Vietnam Sweden Hospital, which has saved millions of Vietnamese children over the decades. Along with that is the Bai Bang Paper Factory in Phu Tho, the first major industrial project in the north after the war, funded and technically supported by Sweden, helping Vietnam become self-sufficient in paper production and develop the economy of the Midlands. Another interesting detail is that the phrase "Sida goods," which was very familiar to Vietnamese people in the 1980s, 1990s, originated from SIDA, Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, i.e. the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency. At that time, SIDA regularly sent used clothes and humanitarian aid to the Vietnamese people after the war to help those in difficult circumstances. Later, AIDS goods became a familiar folk term, associated with the memories of the subsidy period of many generations. Today, the Vietnam-Sweden relationship continues to be maintained and expanded in many areas: economy, education, renewable energy, digital transformation, and environmental protection. The two countries are still reliable partners, sharing a vision of sustainable development, humanity, and a green future. In short, Sweden is a symbol of a modern, humane, and sustainable country, where people live in harmony with nature and society develops on the basis of fairness, welfare, and knowledge. With fresh air, a comprehensive welfare system, liberal education, and a spirit of constant innovation, Sweden is always among the happiest and most livable countries in the world. This is not only the land where the sun never sets in the north, but also the cradle of great inventions and compassionate people. From Alfred Nobel with the award named after him, to pioneering scientific, technological, and social policy works, all reflect the progressive thinking and humanity of the Swedish people. Especially in the hearts of Vietnamese people, Sweden is always a great and affectionate friend, always accompanying and sharing through the most difficult times of the country. A small country in terms of population, but great in heart and influence, worthy of the title, the benevolent heart of Europe.